When a man deeply loves you, he will never say these 7 things. In this video, we're going to go deeper into what are the things a man will say when he deeply loves you, and also, especially, what are the things he will never say to you because he cares about you, because he feels deeply for you and wants real love. So, hi, I'm Brody Boyd with Magnetize Your Man. If you don't know me already, and for over 20 years combined with my wife, Antia, we've been helping thousands of successful women all over the world to get a loving, long-term, and committed relationship with a man they want. So let's go ahead and start diving right in. So, the 7th thing a man will never say if he deeply loves you is, I can't help you with that. Fix it yourself. Here's the thing. If a man deeply loves you, he's going to want to help you. He's going to want to help you solve problems, whether that's a problem that you're experiencing in your relationship, with your communication, with the relationship agreement, or problems that you're having with your health, with a car, with a computer, with your family, with your career, with your taxes. Like, it could just go on and on. The problems that a man will want to help you with potentially, if he can, and if he especially has a skill set in that area or some knowledge in that area, he's going to want to help because he's going to want to be your hero. When a man starts to feel deeper emotions of love, he's getting activated within him this hero instinct that wants to make sure that you are happy, that you're protected, that you're taken care of. And if he's solving problems for you and wanting to help and wanting to make you feel happy and feel good, that's a good sign that he is having deep feelings of love for you. And conversely, if he distances himself and says, like, I can't help you with that, or you got to figure it out yourself, he doesn't really want to help with something, as long as and assuming you're doing so respectfully and asking him vulnerably for help using magnetic feminine communication, like we'll teach you, then that's going to be a sign that he doesn't love you if he's not stepping up when you do ask him in the right way for help with different things. So that's a very important one to look out for. Now, number 6 thing a man will never say if he deeply loves you is, your emotions make no sense. So if a man is trying to brush off your emotions and acting like, or even if he really is confused by your emotions, he doesn't want to go into them, then that's a sign that he doesn't deeply love you. Now, here's the thing. A man may not always understand what is going on for you emotionally, whether that's because your hormones are flaring up, it's that time of the month, or you might even be confused exactly what you're feeling, and the way you're communicating them. But here's the thing. A man will want to figure it out. He may say it doesn't make sense. He's not going to say it doesn't make sense. He's going to ask you more questions like, tell me more. Why are you feeling that? Or what's going on? Or why do you think that emotion is coming up? He's going to ask you more questions. He's not just going to brush them off and say, like, they don't make any sense. This is confusing to me. I don't want to engage with this, is basically what he's saying. So if a man is brushing off your emotions and not wanting to go deeper into them to uncover, again, assuming you're being respectful and you're being vulnerable in your feminine when you share your emotions with him, then that's a sign that he doesn't have deep feelings of love for you, likely. Now, the 5th thing a man will never say if he deeply loves you is, I'm not responsible for your emotions. So if a man does love you deeply, he's going to want to be responsible for your emotions, in the sense that he feels that he's contributing to your emotions. He wants to make your emotions good, and he wants to get rid of the quote unquote negative emotions. He wants to make you happy. And he's taking some ownership over that, especially in a committed, exclusive relationship. As you're getting closer to that, he's wanting to see your emotions as something that is in his territory, his masculine territory, that he's wanting to make them good. Of course, he's not 100% responsible for your emotions, because at the end of the day, you control a lot of your own thoughts and feelings to some extent, mostly by controlling your thoughts and what you're actually thinking about and doing in your own mind with your beliefs, etc. However, a man is still feeling a sense of responsibility, in the sense that he wants to help you with those emotions. He wants to help them become better. He wants to help make you feel happy, feel safe, feel comfortable, feel good and pleasure in the relationship with him, because that's how he knows that he's doing a good job as a man. The masculine gets their sense of purpose and happiness, masculine happiness, from knowing that they're of service, from knowing that they're doing a good job, that they're worthy. And so if a man really cares about you and your emotions are not doing well, he's going to feel like he's doing a bad job as a man, and he's going to want to help fix it. So he'll feel, in that sense, responsibility for your emotions. And if a man is brushing those off and saying, like, I'm not responsible, go handle it yourself, I can't deal with this right now, and distancing himself, again, assuming you're being respectful and vulnerable when you share your emotions, then that's a sign that he doesn't have real deep feelings of love for you yet. Now, if you would like to have a man feel deep feelings of love for you, I would also highly recommend, before we continue, taking our free Magnetize Your Man quiz to get a loving, long-term, and committed relationship with a man you desire by going to our website, magnetizeyourman.com, or clicking the link in the description below or the comments as our free gift to really help you take this to the advanced level as well. Now, the number 4 thing that a man will say, if he would never say if he deeply loves you, is stop being so needy. Now, if a man really cares about you, he's not going to see your desires, he's not going to see your emotions, your feelings as neediness. He's going to just see it as you're a woman with feelings, you're a woman who wants things, which is natural and normal. Maybe that's security, safety, attention, love and devotion. Then he's not going to see that as being too much, as too needy, as too desperate. He's going to want to help again. So he's never going to say something like, stop being so needy or stop being so desperate. He's going to want to help. And maybe at that moment he can't help. Maybe he is overwhelmed himself. Maybe he's dealing with other things, and he's going to tell you, like, I can't deal with it right now, but let's talk later this evening, or let's talk this weekend, or I want to hear more about it, or I want to spend more time with you then. So he's going to make a plan, not just brush it off and say, like, stop being so needy, stop texting me all the time, stop asking me for things. That's a sign that he doesn't have deep feelings of love for you, because he's going to want to help. If he loves you, he's going to want to help. He's going to want to help ease your anxiety, ease your nervousness to some extent. Of course, if you are being disrespectful with your emotions, if you're trying to lead him, guide him, manipulate him, mother him, that is going to be you and your masculine energy, and that is going to push him away. But even then, if a man has deep feelings of love for you, he's likely going to still want to hear more and want to help. But if you're being disrespectful to a man and you're telling him what to do, that's going to be a problem. That may be causing some of this as well, if a man is telling you some of these things, which we're going to help you with and help work on. Because here's the thing, there are no ugly emotions. There are only ugly behaviors. So your emotion of neediness or insecurity or anxiety, there's no ugliness in that. They're beautiful emotions. That's your feminine. Your open heart is your feminine energy. Now, what you do with those emotions, that's where it can become energetically pushing a man away. And so that's why you need to learn the principles of feminine polarity and feminine communication, so that you are instead bringing him close by being respectful, by asking permission, by making it about you and not about him, sharing vulnerably, and a lot of the things that we'll teach you in our advanced trainings. So make sure you're doing that, so that way you know for sure if it's actually you pushing him away or that he actually doesn't have feelings of love for you. So the third thing a man will never say if he has deep feelings of love for you is, I don't have time for your issues. It's another version of him pushing away you, pushing away your emotions, and saying, like, I don't want to engage. I can't do this. Now, he again could say, I don't have time right now, but let's talk later. He'll make a plan for engaging with you at a different time when he has the capacity to really hear your emotions, to want to go into it with you, to want to help you and provide and make you happy, etc. But if he's consistently just saying, like, I can't deal with this, I don't want to talk about it, you have too many issues, you got to get some help, etc., that's him saying, basically, go to another man. Like, I can't help you. I don't want to help you because I don't have feelings of love for you, and you should go to another man because it's not going to be me. And sometimes it could be like he's saying, go to a therapist, go to a doctor, but he's essentially saying, like, I can't help you, I can't provide for you, I can't be your king. Now, again, the distinction here is, if you're using magnetic feminine polarity, magnetic feminine communication, and he says that, that's a clear sign he doesn't have feelings of love for you. But if you're being disrespectful, and if you're in your masculine, and he says something like that, that's a different story. And likely he's having a natural response of wanting to basically set a boundary with you, set a boundary with himself, that he can't engage because you have been in your masculine and you've been disrespectful and you've been trying to mother him or control him or manipulate him, etc. So that's a key distinction with this. But in general, if a man is saying that, it's either way, it's not a good sign. So we want to look out for that. The number 2 thing a man would never say if he has deep feelings of love for you is, why are you always so dramatic? This is another example of a man being afraid of your emotions and not wanting to engage. Your emotions are where your feminine comes from, your heart. There's a variety of emotions that are possible within your heart and a spectrum that they could all be on, ranging from very negative emotions to very happy emotions. And they're kind of like the weather. The weather changes. The feminine is like the weather. It's like the ocean. It has currents. It is high tide and low tide. It is changing. It is the wind. It is the rain. And so your emotions are going to change. And sometimes it's also beautiful rainbows and sunshine. But if a man can't handle that, if you're doing so respectfully, sharing those and making it about yourself and using what we'll teach you, then that's a sign that he's not either not in his masculine, he's a broken man, or he has no feelings of love for you. There are a percentage of men that are very broken. There's about somewhere between 5 to 15% of the male population is very broken because they're, narcissists, sociopaths, they have depression, other psychological issues or emotional issues, and they're just not capable of showing care for your heart, of being the kind of man that you need in a relationship. And so they're going to push you away in that way. They're going to set a boundary. They're going to pull away and they're going to consider your emotions, your feelings, especially if you're sharing them in the right way, a burden for them because they can't handle it. And or if you've been disrespectful, they're setting a boundary. But either way, he is not capable of giving you care in that moment. He's not capable of being the man that you need, and or he doesn't have feelings of love for you that just aren't there. He's just not interested. So that's a potential as well we want to look out for. But either way, if a man says this to you, again, it's not a good sign. And then lastly, number one is thing that a man will say if he does not have feelings of love for you is, I don't care what you want. Again, if a man really does love you deeply, he's going to want to make you happy. He's going to want to help meet your needs and desires, to give you the longings of your heart. And if he is saying, like, I don't care about that, it's not my job to make you happy. I don't want to make you happy. I don't care what you want. I don't care what you like. Just like go bother somebody else. That's clearly a sign that he doesn't have deep feelings of love for you, either because he's broken, he just doesn't care about you, or you've been in your masculine and you've actually pushed him away and been disrespectful, etc. And that's causing him to not want to make you happy, to not want to hear. Because if a man deeply loves you, he's actually going to prioritize wanting to hear what you want, wanting to know how he can make you happy, because that's like a playbook that you can give him when he asks you questions like, what do you want? Or how are you feeling? Or what makes you happy? Or what do you want to do for your birthday? Or what would be your favorite, place to go? He's going to plan things for you, and he's going to actually want to hear what things make you happy, so he gets an idea, so he can do those things for you and actually do it really well, so that you are ecstatic, you are blissful, you are happy, and he wants to do that over and over again. So those are the kind of questions a man will ask if he has deep feelings of love for you. But if he's not showing that care, if he's not asking you those kind of questions, if he doesn't seem to care or remember what you like, what you want, then he clearly doesn't have deep feelings of love for you yet. Now, all of these things that a man may say, it doesn't mean that he's not capable of deeply loving you at some point. But in order to get to that point, it's going to take some time. If he's not giving you these things now, then you're going to need some training likely to learn how to actually embody and bring out the natural parts inside of you, the feminine parts, the feminine communication that will bring him close, that will make him come back to you and want to commit for loving, long-term committed relationships. So again, take our free quiz if you haven't yet. That'll get you on the path to that, to those advanced trainings. But either way, hopefully this is giving you some insights on what to do now to start making a man come close, and also how to know if he has deep feelings of love for you or he's simply not there yet. Much love. Take care. Hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye-bye.